The Miller's Tale. In Galloway there was a firm belief that fairy power was at its height at Hallowe'en, and since the fairies could at no time cross running water, it was believed that they enlisted the help of the dead in grinding their corn. The tale I am going to read was told by the miller himself when tenant of Kirkcormac Mill between Roanhouse and Tungland in the stewartry of Kirkcudbright. He was said to be a very pious, worthy man, and above any kind of deceit. He declared that he, his grandfather, and his father had all experienced occasions when the fairies and the dead combined in using the mill at Hallowe'en. He was tenant during the later part of the 18th century. Ye nicht, my grandfather woke up with the soon of the mill wheel, and being a wise-like man, was for biding in his bed. But my granny, we was an all-randy wife, gied him a cloot wi' her loof, and says she, "Get up, ye donnert loon, the ghasties and fairlies are out." My grandfather e'en did as he was telled, and crying on his collie, he went over to the mill to see what was up. My, but he got an unca fleg, for what did he see but a wheen corp clays on the grun, and round the wheel fit steps gaed back and for it, but nae man did he see. He gaed into the mill, and the wee folk were thrang grunning the corn. They brocht a pickle meal, and gart him taste it, and they set some doon to the dog, but he wadna tak it. My grandfather gaed awa, no caring to hinder the guid folk. Nae sooner had he gane through the door than it cam tae wi' a bang and smashed the puir collie's head. Time gaed by, and my grandfather won awa, and my granny forby, and my father was the miller of Kirkcormac. He took nae heed of the old tales of ghasts and fairlies, but ye Hallowe'en, after he was bedded, he heard the soon of the water and the clack of the wheel. He gaed doon in his breeks and sark for to turn it off. But afore he could dae aught, his shoulders were gruppit by some ane ahint him, and sharp pains ran through his body in stoons, as though 100 preens was jagging him. He was pushed back hame with a grup eye on his shoulders, and the cauld sweet hailed o'er him, for weel he kent the hands that had him were no the hands o' a leaving man. And miney, frae that nicht till his last hour, my grandfather's shoulders were aye cauld. A cauld grew was on them, whilk neither fire nor lamb's oo could warm. I was but 20 year old when I became the miller mysel, and I thought the days of ghasties were by lang syne, until there came a back in when a thing gaed wrang about the ferm toon. The hinds kept threeping on me to let the mill water on the hele yen nicht. They said that, the hirst being hour early, the wee folk couldna wait to Hallowe'en to get grunning the corn, and that they could hear them elke nicht scraiching and whashing round the mill dam in a way that was awesome to hearken on. Then the thorns by the dam dwined awa, and the folk about the ferm telled me that was because the fairlies, where lived in a blow the rits, had tried to let on the water and deed it, and the thorns they had lived in would to dee along with them. Ye man had his leg broke in a fall for the loft, another was laid by with the rheumatics, and another was near blin with the lime fra the kiln fleeing intil his een, for there was nae one blawing. And all the old folk said we would to get the fairlies what they were wanting, or nae good would follow. But I was yin to gang my ain gate, and for all the hindering of the day's dag, I let on nae water by nicht. Syne it came Hallowe'en. That nicht I cried on my collie, and gaed out to the fall nearest the kirkyard to take a keek at ony ghasties that might be about. Just on the back of midnight, I looked at the mill one day, and saw the maist oory licht glinting out that e'er mortal man put in on. I could feel the hair rising the bonnet from my head, and afore I could tak a peck, there come out of the door a fair farrant-looking man wi' claes on him, sic as I had ne'er seen the likes o'. He louped the kirkyard dyke and vanished into the moors afore my verra een. I gaed ower the dyke after him, and sure as death, just where I had lost him, there was an auld headstane pitten up to a miller who had died in the year 1578. The collie had seen the ghastie the same as mysel, and he got sick a gliff. He ran ower the fall, into the house through a windy, and grat like a whane in a below the mistress's bed. And I'm telling ye sooth, frae that day for it, nae mair gaed wrang about the ferm toon.